Hi, today I'd like to talk to you about auctions, and specifically in this talk I want to talk to you about terms, because those are important. You need to understand what the terms are of an auction if you want to bid in it, and a lot of people are using auctions now, so you need to be savvy on what the terms are. So the first one is reserve. What is the reserve of an auction? It's very important to know. So there are some auctions that are unreserved, which means there's no reserves whatsoever. It can sell for a penny. These are unusual, and usually if they do have no reserve, and I've done those auctions where we had no reserves, we know that the piece is going to be good enough that it's going to get good bids. So it's highly unlikely that you're going to get it for nothing, but you could get it for a very low price. So look and see if it's an unreserved. Most auctions have reserves, and generally an online auction, which a lot of things are going to now, are about half of the estimated value. Now, if you went to a Sotheby's or a Bonhams, they're probably going to be more like about 10% of the estimate. So what is the estimate? The estimate is the amount that the auction feels that this piece will sell for. So if you have, let's say, a Maynard Dixon, they may say the estimate is 40 to 60,000. So they would expect it to sell somewhere in that 40 to 60,000 range. That does not include the buyer's premium, which is another can be another large amount, and that's something you have to take into consideration. It's a term you need to know. So the buyer's premium, what I'm going to pay if I buy this piece on top of the actual hammer price. So that can be anywhere between 20 and 30%. So if if you buy it at say 50,000, you may owe as much as another 15,000 on top of it. So it's important that you figure this out when you're trying to figure out your bids. And that's the buyer's premium. There's also a seller's cost. This is for if you're going to sell something at an auction, that can be anywhere between 10 and 25% as well. But for buying at an auction, you need to know the reserve, the estimate of what it's going to be, and as well the buyer's premium. So these are some of the terms that you need to understand. Also, you need to know that the terms of agreement. You should read the terms of agreement and see what all are expected if you buy this thing. How can I return it if I can? Usually you can't return something if you buy it at auction. Then you also want to know the fees. Are there going to be fees associated with it as well? So these are some of the terms that you really need to understand before you ever go and buy at an auction. And if you don't, you probably should wait until you do.